Guys, welcome back. So here in the UK today it's a bit wet, windy and cold, but a little bit of rain, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to crack on with the trim inside. We're going to start to remove the headlining because I want to do a coat of black over this, and to do that we're obviously going to remove numerous things to get this off. So we're going to start that today, because also these A-pillars and stuff, I want to wrap these in the Bentley stitch leather that I've purchased. So we're going to get this done. I've got some trim tools and some little picks and little screwdriver set ready to go. So less talking, more action, and let's start taking this stuff off. So we'll start with this. We'll start with this side. First of all, we'll take this off, which I've put on just to hold my phone and that while we're driving. Now, same as the bulkhead, always look at the area you're going to work and see if there's anything that's going to cause you any problems. So this was an obstruction, so we've took this off. Next thing I've noticed is it's got a Parrot's hand-free, and here is the speakers and the mic for it. So, in fact, I think this is just the mic maybe. I think the speakers are through the dash. So we're going to look at this to see if it's going to cause us any problems. It's quite loose. It doesn't really seem like it's going to give us much problems. So all I've done is I've loosened that off. I've taken that part off. We'll put that there for now. We'll try this one first, which is probably about a 8mm opening. It's got a little 45-degree on it. We'll see, because this panel here, I'm hoping that you guys can see well, because it's quite difficult filming on my own. Now, this has got clips down here, I would imagine. I've never actually taken one off, but generally interior trim like this is clipped. So we'll peel it back a little bit, trying not to damage anything. Yeah, so there's a clip right here, which, see if I can get off. Yeah, so there's one gone, and then there'll be another one further down, which is here. That's that one gone. Now, take your time. There's no rush. The last thing you want to do is damage this. Does it matter if it takes you an hour to get it off? Who cares? This is a DIY, do-it-yourself playlist, so I encourage you to have a go, but I also encourage you to take care, have safety in mind, but also have the parts you're removing in mind so you don't damage them. So there's one last one that might be a bit difficult to get on. Yeah, so, oh, interesting. Okay, so basically, let's just get this last clip out. There we go. So that's off. So, looks like a mouse has been there. Here's the first clip here. There should be one here. There's obviously an original part of the aerial or something or wiring here. We have on the back of this. That is mad. This just shows that you just never know what you're going to find. There's a clip here. There's a clip here, and there's a clip which is missing here, so they should be free. So on yours there potentially could be free. There's only two on this one. The bottom kind of hooks under the speaker cover also, so be mindful of that. Don't try and pull it up too much. You've got these clips here which are on the frame. They clip in, they kind of clip into the body, and then the panel just pushes in between there and kind of clips into that. So watch that they don't drop off. But look how interesting this is. Can you see that there? This is signs of a mouse. Now, the guy I bought this fan off, he actually kind of did live out in the countryside. So maybe field mice have been in here, which kind of worries me a little bit, because if they've been chewing the wiring harness, you know, if they've built a nest, then how long was they in here? As if I've been off the road for a amount of time that I wouldn't have known of. But if you look here, look in that corner there, that is actual mouse droppings. So there has been mice in here at some point. So I'm going to turn you off now. I'm going to clean this all out, and I'm going to just dig a little further and get the hoover and just, I don't want to be messing with it, so I'm going to clean it all out, and I'll load you back up. On the corner, I don't know how well you can see that. There's actually like a little dropping and stuff falling out of here now. So I've obviously been up into here. So when we drop this today, God knows what we're going to find up here. But it's a job that we're going to do. It's got to come off. It is kind of coming off to go back on to come off eventually when I do the pop top. But for now, I kind of want to drive around with it black. So I'll carry on. I'll get that side done, and we'll just fast forward through that bit, and we'll get it off. Same again. There's only 2 clips on that one, so it might actually be a Volkswagen thing. They might not necessarily be free, but evidence there, that side of mice. So next, we're going to remove the sun visors. Take everything out that's in this compartment above here, this little storage compartment. Take these off now. I'll put gloves on because obviously messing with the drop-ins and around where mice have potentially been at some point. I doubt they're there now. I might leave the cat in here for a bit. Joking. Yeah, so I've put gloves on just because you're messing with stuff that probably isn't the nicest. So remove these. I've got a small flat blade and a small pick. Here there's a little clip that you can flick back. Right, so I actually had to turn you off there and kind of learn how to do it myself because I was in danger of looking stupid on camera. Not that I already don't. So I had to turn you off and learn how to do it. And basically, these are very, very difficult to get off. So if you're doing this yourself, don't get disheartened. Don't give up too easy because they are quite hard, to be honest. So I can imagine you trying and just thinking, I don't know how to do it and giving up. So don't do that. Pursue with it. And it does come. So what you have to do, we'll do this side first. I'll show you. If you can see right there, there's a little cut out. Now, I've got this pick here. I went and got a bigger pick, or if not, a flat blade like that. Quite a wide flat blade suitable, because the smaller stuff like this, what happens is you actually cut. You can damage it. If you see there, you can actually damage the trim slightly, and it is avoidable, but use something a bit of a bigger surface area. So I'm going to pop this off. You have to put it in there like that and then push it away. Now I'm probably going to have to drop it because I've got the one hand on the camera. So there you go. Where's that gone? Let me just get this. Now it sounds quite ferocious, but that's still intact. There's no clips broken on it or anything. So once that's off, you can now see we've got 2 Torx screw bits. So they will get undone and that will come away. Obviously exactly the same for this side, so I won't show you that side. And this here, this part comes away. And this is very difficult. This part does as well. So same again. There we go. It's quite difficult, guys, with one hand. So that then, as you can see, it's still intact. Still fine, there's nothing broken on it. They are quite ferocious though. It is quite a strong couple of clips. But yet again, you've now exposed this bit here, which I originally thought this bit here came out, and that's why I've got screwdriver marks on it where I was trying to lever it out, but that doesn't, that stays in. So that's just to separate the clip that I've removed into 2. So lever either side and you'll pop it off, and then you've exposed 2 Torx here, the same as the other side, so then that will come down. Now I know this is damaged, but if you heat it up slightly and then run over the surface like that with your screwdriver, then you can mould that back down and you'll never know. It takes a bit of time, but you can repair it, because I don't really like that. So what I'll do is now I'll take this side off, I'll take that side off, and then I won't film it, I'll load you back up then. So I've completely removed this side now. For some reason, one of these was a Torx bit and one was a Phillips screwdriver. Not sure if that's factory or just because someone's been messing. I'd imagine it's because someone's been messing. Now, this actually hooks in and up like that. So you'll see this tab here. That tab there goes in. So don't just try and rag it or pull it down. You've actually got to take it kind of like that and out. Careful of that, not to break that tab off. I'll do the other side and then we'll move on and we'll do these seatbelt mounts. So I've removed this. This was the same. The back one was a Torx bit and the front one was a Phillips screwdriver bit. So I'd imagine that must be factory then. Both are the same. Now I'm going to remove this, because I'd imagine there's some screws under here, because if you feel it, there's still a lot of pressure here. So to do that one-handed might be difficult, but gently, just, that's it, pull that lens down like that. See how it kind of hooks in? So pull it from the front, and then up there you've got, Phillips. So in this hole here, you've got a Phillips, and in this hole here you've got a Phillips. So I'll remove both of those now. took those out and it's a lot looser. We've got to remove these, the pillar posts, the pillar trim. So to do that, you've got this cap on here, which doesn't fit very well on mine. Clip that off like that. You've then got this multi-spline socket. It is a 10. So what we'll do now is we'll undo these, pull it out. Always check they haven't been cross-threaded in. There's no swarf or debris on them, because the seat belt's a safety item, and you want this to always be 100% and not compromised in any way. So now we're going to have to pop this trim down. So this one doesn't seem to have, okay, it has one clip at the top. So back to my wide open 45-degree trim tool. Get behind that clip. Pop that off. Now you can just pull these, if you're really vicious with them, you can just pull them off. That's what a lot of garages and that do. But I'm trying to kind of show more of a professional way, but also trying to not damage anything. There we go. What we'll do for now is we're going to make sure all the clips are still in. No, that's off. That's another part removed. And then everything still works. That can be wrapped. And then, now, this is all loose, this is all off. So now we'll unclip this panel. It's just to put you in a better position maybe. Got my mascot. So same trim tool that I used before. Pop that out. Can be tricky, but it will come if you stick with it. Work your way down, clipping it all off. Seems to be a difficult one in this corner. There. And then come away. And then that's removed. So that's another trim piece removed. So as you can see, look, another good thing about doing this so early is I get to clean and scrub all this so it's spotless before I start to even think and consider about wrapping and carpeting and stuff. So what I'll do now is I'll put the seat belt back on, and then I'll have a look at this side and I'll load you back up. Remove this trim, which you may have seen on the bulkhead removal video. So we remove that like that, 4 clips. I'll then do that side, and then basically this whole thing should come down. So I can't say I'm looking forward to what we'll find, but I'm going to try my best to video it for you so you can see if there's a little mouse village up there or what they've left me. So the next thing to do is, we haven't got one this side, but we've got to grab handle this side. So pull this down. It's actually loose. Someone hasn't done a good job. Here there's a little flap, so if you get your little pick or your little flat blade, then you can put that there, pop that down, and you expose 1 Torx bit and then 2 Torx bits. So I'll remove those, that'll pull off, and then we'll move on. So after you've removed the grab handle, you've removed both seat belt mounts, you've removed both sun visors with the clips, the 2 out the interior light. You also need to take the interior light down. Well, I think we found his house. Okay, so I had to drop the interior light, which as you can see, I think that must have been, he must have liked the heat off the interior bulb, because that looks like where his house was. Yeah, I'm going to show you this. So, once you've taken the 2 screws out the interior light, which are that one there and that one there, you then need to get a screwdriver. Let's put you down a sec. So once you've removed the interior light and you've removed this screw here and that screw here, what you need to do is you need to get a screwdriver up behind these tabs, pull these tabs in like that, and then get a little trim tool under here and flick that off. Remove this completely. There will be a plug here which has got a tab on there and a tab on there. So remove that plug, which is this. which you can pry either corner out and then that'll come off. Then up here you've got this, which you need to get, let's see if I can show you. You need to get a screwdriver, push that tab in, see there, if you push that tab in, that will then drop. So then once you've dropped that, it's right, because this is getting covered in mouse droppings and that now. Once you've done that, you can remove this Torx bit, this will then pull out, and that is the 100% the last thing that is holding this roof lining up. Yeah, so this is going to drop now, so I'm going to pull it out gently. So one thing I want to check is I'll spend some time now and I'll just visually go over all the harness to make sure the mouse hasn't eaten its way through anywhere, because I mean he's been chewing at all this. That's what all that is, look. So did he stop there, or did he make lunch out of my wiring harness? So it looks okay, but I'll have a good thorough inspection off camera. But one thing I will show you, let's just come over here. As you can see here, that is, or was, his bed. I mean, he's got quite a lot of stuff in here. You know, he's done quite a good job. He decided that he didn't like this sticker. He's made a meal out of that. You know, there's all his droppings there, look. So I'm going to have to hoover all this and wash this off. He had to go at this sticker as well. But there's quite a lot of droppings. So, you know, he was there, or they was there for a while. So he can get into the roof line at the back. So I could find more. But for now, that's all we need. Right, so here's the tools I used. I got this little set here, like a trim set, and I got this little screwdriver set. Don't need all this, I just had them already, so I used quite a good size flat blade screwdriver. I used the trim tool that you've seen with a little kink on it, and I used that one. I did use this one, but I didn't need to. I just used it as a secondary tool to apply pressure, but I could have done it with that one. It's just that was closer to hand. I used this, which is like a radiator hose tool, but I used it, I thought it was quite good, and it didn't compromise the plastic or anything. Torx screwdriver, the ratchet and the socket, the spline socket, very small flat blade, and a Phillips. I did originally start with this little pick, but I didn't find it very helpful. So realistically, that's all you need to remove. I hope this video has helped. I hope if you're doing a headlining removal yourself, then brilliant. Have a go. Watch this video. If you've done it successfully after watching this video, comment in the comment box below. I'd love to have your feedback. I'd like to know that I'm adding value. I am going to be doing more, like I mentioned. I'm now going to dye this black, which will be a different video. I won't bother putting a rebuild video on for this, putting it back together, because it's kind of pointless. It's just the reverse of stripping it. You know, anyone can do that. If you've taken it off, you can 100% put it back on yourself. So I'm going to dye that. I'm going to do the trim. I'm going to do the Bentley stitch leather that I bought. I'm going to wrap the trim, or my friends are going to help me wrap the trim. So I will vlog that, and that will be a separate video. But initially I've only taken them off to remove this, so that's kind of a secondary job. So I'll end that here. So I'll just quickly show you. This is what it's like now. As I mentioned, the mice can get into here as well. So that'll be in another video. This is what they've been eating. That side's pretty much completely gone. Someone's had it off numerous times before. So I will wrap these now, or later on. I might wrap these. I don't know, I haven't decided with those yet. And I've obviously got to do bits for this trim. But yeah, that's it. I'll end the video. Okay. So I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. I'll see you next time.